how exactly would I take my first touch from amateur to pro? Well, if your first touch is not on par with the pros, then you have no chance of playing at the next level. So here's exactly how I would develop my first touch from amateur to pro. Firstly, we need to break down the two factors that makes a great first touch. The first is receiving the ball on the ground, and the second is receiving the ball out of the air. These are the keys to a great first touch. And here's exactly what I mean by that. When it comes to receiving the ball on the ground, it's all about breaking the press of an oncoming defender. Your first initial contact with the ball is what I call the first touch. It leads into the second and third touch. If you don't have a great first touch, you'll never have a second or a third. Imagine now that the defender is coming to press me this way. Taking my first touch away will be a great first touch, because then I'm gonna be able to break the press of an oncoming defender. This will lead to my pass or to my dribble. Now, when it comes to a great first touch out of the air, it's our first initial contact with the ball as it's traveling out of the air and we're bringing it down to the ground. Being able to bring the ball down efficiently and effectively means you have a great first touch. You have to remember that when the touch is coming in out of the air, you're gonna be inviting press from the oncoming defenders. Being able to break the press with your first touch, even out of the air, means you have a great first touch. When it comes to a great first touch on the ground, there are three important drills that we have to focus on. The first is being able to receive the ball with the inside of the foot, with both right foot and left foot. Spin about 3 sets of 100 passes. The next touch we have to master is receiving with the outside of the foot and being able to manipulate the ball with the outside of the foot. This is a great first touch because you're gonna be able to break the press of an oncoming defender. The last touch that's most important is the sole roll touch. We're receiving the ball with the sole of the foot, we're stopping it completely, and then we're making a pass. Now, when learning the first touch out of the air, we must learn to juggle, starting with below the knee juggling and progressing into above the knee juggling, as well as above the head juggling. We're gonna develop our eye to foot contact. What I mean by eye to foot contact is seeing the ball travel out of the air all the way to your foot. This is gonna mean that you're gonna be able to bring the ball down efficiently and effectively and make the correct touch as well as the correct weight on the ball. The last drill we need to focus on is receiving the ball out of the air. So take the ball in your hands, throw it up, and bring it down with the laces. Focus here on quickly and efficiently bringing it down with both right foot and left foot. This is gonna teach you how to see the ball traveling out of the air. The next touch we have to focus on is receiving the ball out of the air with the inside of the foot, with both right foot and left foot. Finally, we're gonna move into receiving the ball with the thighs, where you're bringing it down with the thigh.